This time I would like to say a few words about this book, a book by Steven Pinker, Enlightenment Now. It was translated to Polish as the New Enlightenment, but in original version, and I have the Polish version in my hands, and it was Enlightenment Now. The basic principle of this book is very, I think, very good, very. It deserves our support, I would say, because it's reminding people that all problems that we are coping with as the global hunger, as problems with health and illnesses and so on, they are in the process of being eliminated or limited, so it's not so bad, right? So we shouldn't be so as pessimistic as we usually are about the future, and it's very good that such a voice is to be heard and was to be printed. There are only several problems with this book. For instance, the author is a little bit too much to the left, I would say. Next to the things which are totally indisputable, when we are talking about the progress of medicine, of science, our in progress about our knowledge about the world and so on, we have more controversial issues like, for instance, the death, the capital punishment. The author is rejoicing that the capital punishment is being eliminated from the penal codes throughout the world, which I'm not sure that it's so good. He's basically saying that in Europe, it was in the 60s and the 70s of the 20th century eliminated in almost whole of the Europe, and despite some defiance from the stubborn citizens who were in favor of capital punishment in some cases, but as he has literally written, the judges have considered themselves something of a new aristocracy and thought that it was so needed that the justice system should be a little bit more independent from the all-consuming democratic will of the people, who are in almost all of the nations of Europe, even in Europe, in their majorities for the existence of the capital punishment in penal codes. So, but he is considering this being, these judges being aristocracy, and the new aristocracy, so to speak, as something good, and I'm not so sure about it. He expressed an opinion that although the American democracy is more populistic in this sense that the government and the local governments, the state governments, are really doing more what the people want than what it should be done according to elites, to the Enlightenment, then even he expressed the opinion that even in these conditions, when the government is listening more to the will of the people expressed by common people, that in the very near future the capital punishment will be gone also in the United States. So all is good, he says. And I would say it's not so good. And that's very important. He was saying that in spite of this resignation of the capital punishment, the societies did not collapse. I wouldn't be so sure if they didn't collapse. Well, they are not in a very poor shape, but something was damaged. Getting totally rid of the capital punishment, even for the people who are murderers, not just once, but many times, is creating a situation in which you have the prison, and even if the prisoner will kill any other prisoner in the prison cell, it's no way to punish people like that. So there are people who are basically untouchable by the law by the organs. What he could be, how he could be punished in those conditions, just be imprisoned again. So, and I think something was lost in this totally eliminating of capital punishment. I think some seriousness